boys, girls, and squirrels, my name is Modstab, and welcome back to Conan Exiles. Yes, in last episode, you guys saw me build what is in front of me right now, which was a bridge and a scout's tower. That's it. That's all we built. It was actually a really cool experiment, and I think it was really cool to get a little bit more in depth and show you guys how some of these weird kind of builds can work. I think it's fun to be able to show you cool structures, but also be able to show you how to make those structures work. Now, in today's episode, we're going to keep it a little short because there are some things I have to do before I have to get ready for work, and well, I need to do those. So that is life. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a kind of a gateway. As you can see, I have some gateways on my inventory. I think I'm going to go ahead and stick with the insulated wood, as I just think it looks a lot nicer. It meshes with this a little bit better without being too contrasty. We want this area to really pop, so I don't want to have much of the black ice as possible. And so we're going to start here. Now, what I was thinking was cutting off this area right here, because I don't want it to be too awfully big, right? Now, the problem is people could climb up that, or they could destroy that, but this is a creative build. We're more concerned with the actual design of things. And so I like this being kind of the entry point. It has the nice hill, it has a couple overlooks, and so we can put the gateway here. Let's go ahead and get that started. Alrighty. So the awkward part is going to be figuring out how we're going to make all of this work. And I think we're just going to stick to, yes, this. I think if I looked at this correctly, we're going to be able to do it, team. All right, so my plan here is to... Awkward. You know what we could do? Here's what we're going to try to do. We're going to try to make it too tall. All right. Make it tall. And then what I'm thinking is we can put the gate on top of this, but we can have a staircase leading up to it. At least that's the plan. That's the hope. That's the dream. All right, we got a nice little wall here. Makes sense. Let's go ahead and put this gate on here somewhere. We're gonna offset it just a smidge, right? Outer face. And then we're gonna put this. Okay, yeah, that works. That absolutely works. We just might have to figure out how to do a wall, kind of like what we did up there. But for now, let's go ahead and go in the inventory. I know I have some stairs. Let's check what different style of stairs we have. All right. All right, we have sandstone, we have black ice, reinforced wooden stairs. Oh, we have all the rails. You know, to give it a little bit of pop, let's see what some of these stairs look like. Worst case scenario, we switch off and do something else. But I think that might be a cool little design choice. The problem is they're actually only going to be one wide. I don't think they'll work. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go back and we're going to try just the black ice. All right, let's do black ice reinforced. I don't know if we'll be able to get away with the like angular stairs, but we're gonna give it a shot. We're gonna try. We're gonna see if we can't make everything look beautiful, absolutely beautiful. All right, so we're gonna get rid of that. We're gonna put these guys down here. That's not what I wanted to do. All right, come on, baby. Now the catch is, am I going to be able to make it all the way down without putting in? I don't think so. So we're going to have to put these down in order to give it a little extra support. Which I think I'm okay with. It's like not quite as cool. What did I build? Where did I build it? I built something. Oh. It went to the other side. Okay, sometimes the building mechanics in this game drive me bonkers. All right, now we should be able to finish this off. And I think it is a nice contrast. Gives it a little bit of contrast here. Okay, so let's go ahead and try to get these corners going. I don't know what the best option for these are, but... Get in there. Thank you. All right. We should be able to take these all the way down anyways, right? Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. All right. So I don't know how many of these we're going to have to build, so I don't want to get too carried away with the idea of, like, All right, where are we at? Where are we at? We want to. I don't want to get too carried away with trying to put down like stairs and corners and all that kind of stuff quite yet. There we go. Now, I know we need a corner here. Okay. Look at that. The corner was actually able to lay down. What a beautiful, beautiful thing. Oh wait, no. We need this. No. We need this. Perfect. And let's go ahead and do one more. That should be exactly what we need to make all of this work. There we go. We should just go straight up from here. All right. Corner here, and well, I think we're just gonna have to place these guys first. Interesting. Okay, I did not see that actually being an issue. We'll just put one there. It'll give the support, but fortunately it's gonna be hidden by a lot of stuff, so should be good. All right, now we have this kind of like tapered walkway, which I'm a big fan of, and then I don't have to worry about any like railings or anything like that to give it any design aesthetics. Now, what I want to figure out here is how tall do I want this to be? What we could do is where's my foundations? Stone brick foundation. We could throw a stone brick foundation down. Let's get rid of that. You know what? Yeah. We could do... Let me see what this looks like. Oh, so it has to be on the ground, I think. No. It can be up there. Why is it not linking onto this? Bummer. Yeah, it links there. We can get it to link here. It's technically a foundation, so I'm wondering if it has to be connected to, like, the ground and treated like these foundational bricks do. So that's not going to do the trick. So since that's the case... Let's see what else we have here that we can kind of make a little bit of separation, because we don't want people to be able to kind of climb and crawl across. All right, let me see what we have in the creative inventory menu. I know this is on like that middle category, that middle section. So we don't want that to be like a free exposure area, but I also don't want to make it look hideous. So give me some time, let me brainstorm, and we'll be right back. And we have returned. Now, I know it's not anything special, and it's a little bit of a lazy idea, but I think there is some depth to this. So what I did was I went ahead and I just kept the gates replicating all the way across here to kind of create this illusion of there being a consistent wall, both in aesthetics and in connection, all the way down the middle. And what I did to kind of separate the idea that this is the doorway and these aren't doorways is I went ahead and put the black ice. Now, why that is important is because it does create some separation here. Those do look more like metal fixtures than they do look like an actual door frame. So I'm hoping that comes with the aesthetic appeal or aesthetic design that I'm going for. And then we'll be able to come in here and we'll have to worry about how we want all this stuff to climb back down. And so I'm going to go ahead and figure out how we get this ramp down, or how I want the aesthetics of this ramp to look. And then we will head right over to the other side and replicate that design. All right, I know I was going to take some time and I tested out a couple different theories, but I just came back to the idea of like, this just seems to work. It's a pretty dramatic incline, but it still looks like stairs, and I'm not worried about trying to do any weird like design aesthetics that I'm going to have to play around with building mechanics in the game. And it does create that color depth to kind of lead you to focus more towards that center piece. So I think we're going to go ahead and stick with that design. And let's go ahead and pop over here and replicate that same design on the far side. Now this time is going to be a little bit different. And what I mean by that is it should be a little bit more even of a structure. We shouldn't have to worry about the inclines nearly as much, which might give us some opportunity to work on doing things like ramps, or maybe a corner piece or something like that. Who knows? All I know is what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to come down and come across this rock. We may even try to see if we can't use the rock, I'm going to be honest. But we're going to try to go here. Keep it as straight and even as possible. We're going to try to take this straight down. All right. Now, I think what we'll try to do is take it straight down this way. And we'll have to fill all this in and all that kind of stuff and whatnot. But I think we can make this one look pretty nice. Ooh, are we going to have to come down this way? Interesting. Okay, I have a bunch more of these blocks. I was like, oh no, I ran out of blocks, team. I didn't. Okay, now we can delete everything else. Try to get this. There we go. Hello, friend. Hello, friend. Alright, now let's go ahead and get rid of these couple blocks down here. We shouldn't need them, so it shouldn't be too big of an issue. There we go. Now we have this nice kind of like pointed area. The only thing that might have to change here is where we are going to place the main entrance point. Now what we could do is we could double up. Now let me see. Now how can we get this guy? So we could, if this thing stops jumping around. I see it a couple times, okay? Alright, come on, baby boy. Alright, we'll just do that. There we go, there we go. Now we want to kind of put this guy in a halfway mark. Perfect. So now what we could do is we could technically have... Where did I put those door frames at? Are they still down here? Where'd you go, friends? Oh, they're already in my inventory. We could have 2 entry points to this one on 2 different sides. And maybe we could even put one down over here. Who knows? We'll figure that out in a minute. But I'm thinking I like this idea because then I can tailor one specific little kind of walkway to tailor down, and everything else is going to function more as like a defensive kind of mechanism. All right. This is where it gets kind of weird with with this design using gates as kind of a wall. They don't like to snap very friendly. There's like so many different snapping points for these walls that it just can sometimes get confusing. We'll have to figure out what we want to do in that corner as well to kind of keep the aesthetic rolling without being too obnoxious. We're just gonna have to see what type of blocks we have because we need full coverage. Like that's non-negotiable. Oh. I was like, why is it so weird? Why does it look so weird? And then it was placed a bit backwards. Okay, let's get this. Okay, we got outer face here. Now, that shouldn't have messed with why that one wasn't being placed, but it did, so I don't know why. Sometimes things just don't work as you intend. Placing things in this game. You get so caught up in the positioning that you forget to think about the actual facing. There we go. So now we have this, and we're going to go ahead and put these guys in. Once again, to create that idea of, okay, wait a minute. These aren't the walls. These aren't the walls you're looking for. Oh my gosh. Speaking of, okay, so I've just started the new Star Wars game, the Jedi Fallen Order, and oh my good lord, y'all, I want to keep playing it. I just do. We could do that. Kind of creates this idea of a pillar. Now, technically, you can use any of the doors, but what we're going for here is the idea that this is the superior door. And then we won't, well, maybe we'll round that one off. I don't know. Just try to keep a consistent design aesthetic, I guess. There we go. Yeah, we'll do that. It keeps it consistent. Alrighty. And this is way more of a laid-back build than all the other ones. It's pretty straightforward. You just kind of keep placing things. Yeah, I think we can do it that. That pillar actually ends up working. And the fact that we have the staircases here means that we're not worrying too much about it. Alright, so let's go ahead and try to do... I want the sand to be exposed. So I'm going to try to do here. I don't know how well this is going to work, but I know I have some ceilings. We're going to try to do some ceilings and see how that's going to work for us. Why it won't let me place one there? Close. No blocky block? Alright, alright. Well, I guess we have a regular block there. Alright, we're going to try to just keep it like that. Perfect. Now we should be able to kind of... Yeah, okay, so it will let us. We'll be able to kind of climb down here. I was thinking, once again, about doing the ramps, but the ramps just... They have this weird lip where they don't connect quite as nicely to the stairs as these guys do, which is a little bit of a bummer. Now, I want the stand to be exposed, but we're going to run into issues here where we're not going to be able to place things. So what I could do is I could throw a pillar, because a pillar would connect everything to the earth. Where's my pillars, y'all? I know I got some pillars. Let's go ahead and go with some dark pillars. Let's just do it. Nice. Okay, that should give us the stability we're looking for. Perfect. Now, does it give us the stability here? Can we continue with this build pattern? Find out next time on Dragon Ball. Okay. Can I please build? Can I has, por favor? No. Of all the things for it to stop and not let me build, that would be one of them. Let's see if we can do this actually. We're gonna do that. Nobody's gonna notice. They're not even gonna notice. Alright, perfect. You can just see the one pillar in there. That's okay. It's a dark pillar. If I went with a different color pillar, we might actually be able to make that work. But we have that. And we could put like spikies and things like that. I wonder if we could put spikes on top. Alright. Should have. There's the fence foundations. Do we have any fences left? If we have fences, then we're gonna see if we can't place some fences. There we go. Let's try to see if we can't throw them on top of here. Oh, little doorway. No. Bad door. Bad door. Oh no, now we're gonna have to struggle. Okay. Okay, come. Oh, I saw it. I saw it. We were there. Yeah. No, we need the other one. Speaking of, where did I put it? Did it go back in the inventory? Where you at, door? There we go. I was like, there's no way. There's no way I didn't have a bunch of them. Okay. Now, we could do... Let's see what other fences we have, and then we'll replicate the fence idea on both sides. And I'll be back in just a second. All right, and as you can tell, we're kind of going back for the same type of color scheme here. We have the kind of the yellowy, the orangey, these brighter tones, followed by these deep, dark, cool tones. I went ahead and did some black reinforced ice, like, fences here. Look at those spiky boys. Look at the detail. Actually, I haven't zoomed in on these. Look at the detail on this ice. That's actually pretty solid, especially since it has the light mechanics from the sun and whatnot. That's so cool. Alrighty. Now we're going to go ahead and replicate that on the other side of the fences. And we're going to leave that one on camera because whilst I'm doing that, we can go ahead and do the outro. Okay? And then we can call it a day. We can call it a day. We'll have to do some torches and things like that to make it look as good as we possibly can. But this was a simple build. This was way more relaxing than trying to figure out weird structures and heights and pillars and making things work in a sense where they don't work. And I think sometimes that's important in this game, is to come back to the roots. Be a little more simple in the builds. You know, sometimes let the complex things be complex and just build off of each other. All right. Boom. Okay, I like that these only snap to the top because you can just kind of click and just let it happen. All right. Well, we're going to let that be what it's going to be. Okay, I'll do the lights off camera, much like we did on everything else, because the lights, I tend to do a trial and error with the lights. I try to get the spacing right so everything stays illuminated, but has this kind of like dark edge to it. As you can see here, I like how it separates the lighting. Anyways, thank you guys so much for joining me in today's Conan Exile builds. I know it was a really simple build. I know it was really straightforward. But I did want to bring you guys along on a full build with as little jump cuts as possible. Only trying to jump cut when I needed to either add things to my inventory or when I needed to brainstorm a little bit. But that's going to do it for today's episode. Remember, like and comment, subscribe. Great just for you to get in touch with me. Let me know what you liked, didn't like, what you want to see next. If you guys have any other plots or things like that you want me to build on before we start doing like this giant castle up on the top here, feel free to let me know, as I would love to take that into consideration, build that. If you've made it this far and you are not a member of this community, please hit the subscribe button, as we would love to have you. Once again, we would love to have your feedback on telling us what you would like to see build next. Maybe make something a little bit more complex. Try to have me make a specific shape, or have something to hang off the walls or the canyons or whatever you want me to do. If you are a member of this community and you have not hit the bell notification icon, I almost had subscribe, but... You know, subscribe, dang it, I'm obsessed. Hit the bell notification icon. That keeps you up to date on when we upload content, which we do so every single day of the week, and we do live stream every single Wednesday, currently 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thank you guys so much. As always, remember, I love you, and we will see you next time. Toodles!